Yeah, you know what? It's a great question, and I kind of expected that question because of fighting everyone. Um, I am. I'm prepared to retire. I was prepared to announce my retirement tonight. Win, lose, or draw. Even if it was a draw, we had to. They were telling us we were gonna have to do it again. I was not gonna do it again. I am. I'm announcing my retirement right now.
When I was a casual, I thought as a casual, I spoke like a casual, and I looked at boxing like a casual. But when I became a hardcore, I put away all those casual things. This is Michael Rogers, and welcome to Bodywork Boxing.
Welcome back. This is Michael Rogers. Welcome to Bodywork Boxing. And I'm listening to Shawn Porter in this interview when he talking about retiring and rain, sleet, or snow. He was basically going to retire. And I'm like, wow. Like, I wish I would have been privy to that information prior to me watching the Bud and Porter fight. And hopefully it's gonna make sense, but it would have made my outlook on that fight totally different had I known Shawn had 1 foot in and 1 foot out. And it was speculation on it. You know, I questioned it once I heard Shawn Porter say that he didn't want to have anything to do with Jerron Boots Ennis. I said, self. This man don't want to. He's openly admitting that he don't want any parts of Jerron Boots Ennis, but that is a contender inside of your division. So I had it in the back of my mind, but Shawn was pressing for that fight. Him and his father was saying he was going down to Top Rank and having meetings, and you know, he was acting like, you know, shoot, if I get this is gonna put me back in the game, because ultimately I thought he wanted a rematch against Spence. I think that loss to Spence kind of bothered him, you know. And so I'm bringing this up because it's a very tricky subject when we talk about boxers using the R word, the retirement word. And I don't think that it's a good thing. I think that it is. If you're going to do it, then you need to do it the way Shawn Porter did it. And you know that sucks for the fans. That really does, because it's not like football where you know you're on a 4-year contract, and you know you did 2 of the years on the contract, and you got 2 left, and it's a new middle linebacker that's been getting a lot of playing time, and they know that you still got 2 years on your contract, and you say, okay, well, I'm gonna revisit everything once my 4 years is over, because it's football and things happen, and you considering retirement. It's a little bit different because you're locked in and you got a team surrounding you. I mean, not that you don't have a team in boxing, but when a boxer starts throwing that word around, it compromises the product. And it's very hard to say this without sounding like I'm taking away from Bud's victory. Because I'm really not taking away from Bud's victory. I'm just saying that my expectations for Shawn wouldn't have been as high. Because boxing is different. I mean, you talking about split seconds and a quarter inch, to the right or to the left, or a second too slow or a second too fast. I mean, you really have to be dialed in to be successful as a boxer.
I'm not even going to touch on the imagery, but I could just say that it's a real agenda out here, and it's kind of unfortunate, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I just reason that listening to Shawn Porter after him facing Bud, and Bud going in there and getting the job done, and the whole ending of that, and then everything surrounding that, afterwards, it's almost like when you in a relationship and you see some red flags early on, but you don't listen to them, and you march ahead only to come to a conclusion that you knew in the first place.
Let that bitch breathe.
And when I was seeing Shawn, because I was actually making excuses for Shawn. When they was clowning him about falling asleep when he was commentating the fight leading up to the Bud fight, and they caught him on camera falling asleep. I was like, oh man, maybe he's training hard. I'm going to war online, just trying to be positive, But Shawn was 1 foot in and 1 foot out. When he was asked about Boots, and he says, no way, I'm like, it's time to go. And I was like, well, he just don't have no energy, for none of the young guns right now, because he wanted title contention. He wanted a rematch. He had aspirations. Him and Danny Garcia are not far apart, and Danny don't have that same mindset. Danny gonna move up, but he's still gonna keep going. But I reason that also that, when you got your hands in other businesses and you're commentating, you can't really focus and train the way you want to. And so it's kind of, it's kind of weird. You know what I'm saying? Like going from being the baddest man on the planet that everybody like to say to contemplating retirement, having a unisex cologne.
Let that bitch breathe.
I don't know, and then saying if you should go for it, and it's just the product is compromised, and you have to appreciate boxers for the times and the entertainment that they gave us when they gave it to us. But really, once a boxer starts throwing around the R word, even though it's spelled with a W, it's a wrap. Don't shoot the messenger, man, but that same dumbass feeling I had believing that Shawn Porter was going to give Bud the same Shawn Porter that we saw up against Earl. Unfortunately, we didn't get to see it. Anybody, for all the sensitive people watching and listening that don't agree with what I'm saying, anybody, any boxer at this current day in time, as fast and as athletic and as intelligent and as strong and as quick as these boxers are, we can't play boxing. And if you're throwing around that R word, the product is compromised. Body work.
All right, I believe you, but my Tommy gun don't. Get down on your knees and tell me you love me.
My word, and I do what I do. He knows what I'm about to tell him right now. It's Mr. Keep running your mouth. That's what I do.
I just feel like I'm the champ, and at the end of the day, I'm just a fighting motherfucker. It doesn't matter. Inside, outside, I can just fight. So I just feel like if it gets down to the wire, and we gotta lock it up, I'm out on top.
Hey, look, as you can see how I'm looking, I stay solid. I'm always solid. I stay fucked solid up, man. You know what I'm saying? To the fans that know.
Do that job outside the ring. I'm a fighter, like I said before. Ain't no safety on the clock, so